Hi everyone, welcome to another Vanbrugh virtual pub quiz live. Thanks for joining. As usual, we'll kick things off in about 4 or 5 minutes, wait till we've got a critical mass. Please do introduce yourselves on the live chat so I know who's playing. I suspect that may have a fewer people unless people are enjoying this in their gardens. It's a lovely day out there. Hopefully you've been out and enjoying the sun. Hi Alicia, hi Indran. Hi, all. We'll be starting about 3 or 4 minutes. Hi, Flooders. Hope you're good, mate. Hope the family's good as well. Traded the Guinness for a red stripe this week. Hi, Simon. Evening. Hi, John. Hi guys. Hi Quizno. Hi Bridget. Good evening. Bridget, you'll be pleased to know that there is no sports round this week. Although I'm not sure if how people enjoy all the. I've mixed it up a bit this week. Again, I was a bit over exuberant on the music round, so I have 10 music questions if people would like to do 10, or I can keep them to the 5. So let me know during the course of the quiz if you'd like to do 10 songs or whether you just want to keep it to the normal 5. But I do have 10 if people would like to extend them. Well, you don't know what other rounds there are, Bridget, so I've still managed to stick in some cryptic film titles, so that's still there. Hi Adrian, good evening. Nickelbanks, good to have you on board. Just noticing this, it's weird. Obviously I see myself once a week in this video feed. All right, Liam. Why haven't you? Well, it's not going to be good if you're planning to answer any questions or listen to any music. Yeah, my hair's getting quite bouffant, I've just noticed. Right, we'll just wait a couple of more minutes and then we'll kick off. As I said, I don't expect there'll be as many people joining as usual because it is a glorious day outside, so I expect people maybe having Mandalia, nice to have you on board. People are having a barbecue or maybe outside. So I said I'll wait a couple of minutes and then we will kick off the quiz. Oh, Matt, that's dedication. Thanks for joining. Hi, Jane. Hope you both well. And it's glorious weather here in London as well. So it seems lovely everywhere. I've heard rumours that there may be thunderstorms tomorrow. So, but it looks like it'll be nice for the bank holiday weekend. Matt, have you finished watching The Last Dance? All right, guys, we'll start in a minute. So if you want to grab Last chance to grab a drink or pop to the loo, well, obviously before half time. Structure will be same as usual, 4 rounds to begin with, mixed bag. So we've got current affairs as usual, cryptic film titles as usual. Round 3 is on cookery, and then round 4 is a connections round, which I'll explain. Then we'll have a break, and then we'll come back, give you the answers to the second half of to the first half of the quiz, and then we'll crack on with the second half. So without further ado, let's crack on with the quiz. As usual, if people are joining, hi Holly, good to have you on board. As usual, if people are joining a bit late, or I will repeat questions, and if you need things repeated, please let me know in the comments. As usual, I'll go through each question twice, but I know sometimes things don't come through as well on the live feed. So question 1, round 1, current affairs. Whose new baby has been named XAEA-12? So who has named his new baby XAEA-12? Hi guys, good to have you on board again. Good to see that you've got sound, Liam. I'm not sure if that's Liam or if that's Dahini or if it's a combination of the two. Question 1 again. Who has named his new baby XAEA-12? Sounds like, by the way, guys, I do have 10 songs. If people want to do 10, just let me know. If you want to, it seems like general consensus will be for 10, but keep me posted on the comments. Question 2. Florian Schneider has died at the age of 73. He was the founding member of which pioneering group? Florian Schneider has died at the age of 73. He was one of the founding members of which pioneering group? Hello, Thomas. Good to have you on board. Hi, Nigel. Question 2 again. Florian Schneider has died at the age of 73. He was one of the founding members of which pioneering group? Question 3. Which musician found himself in hospital recently after he managed to rip his gluteus maximus to shreds in a moment of over-enthusiastic gardening? Question 3. Which musician found himself in hospital after he managed to rip his gluteus maximus to shreds in a moment of over-enthusiastic gardening? Allegedly. Question 4, one for people down on the southwest coast. Kate Scott was the winner of this year's Dorset Knob Eating Contest, which was held online. She managed to gobble 8.5 knobs, which are renowned for their hardness, in 1 minute. What are knobs? Jones, good to have you on board. Let me know if you need any of the questions repeated. So question 4 again. Kate Scott was the winner of this year's Dorset Knob Eating Contest, which was held online. She managed to gobble 8.5 knobs, which are renowned for their hardness, in 1 minute. What are they? So what are knobs within that context? And finally, for the current affairs round, retired Dr. Andrew Townsley recently faced the final question in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What was the answer to the following question that he faced? Which one of these iconic races was held first? A, Le Mans 24 Hours, B, Monaco Grand Prix, C, Indy 500, or D, the Isle of Man TT? So that question again, retired Dr. Andrew Townsley recently faced the final question in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The question was as follows. Which of these iconic races was held first? A, Le Mans, the 24 hours, B, the Monaco Grand Prix, C, the Indy 500, or D, the Isle of Man TT? That's your lot for round one. Let me know if you need anything repeated. Maybe some of you joined a bit later, so if you have joined a bit late, let me know and I'll run through the questions. But otherwise, just post in the comments and I'll repeat. Otherwise, we'll move on to round two after a brief pause. Yes, Jonathan, maybe you're right. Hi, Kevin. Yeah, I'll repeat 3 and 4. Question 3. Oh, Poddy, good to have you on board. So actually, guys, I'll go through from start to finish. Question 1. Whose new baby has been named XAEA-12? So who named their newborn baby XAEA-12, which apparently translates or means Kevin, I understand. Question 2, Florian Schneider has died at the age of 73. He was the founding member of which iconic group? Question 3, which musician found himself in hospital recently after he ripped his gluteus maximus to shreds in a moment of over-enthusiastic gardening? Question 4. Kate Scott was the winner of this year's Dorset Knob Eating Contest, which was held online. She managed to gobble 8.5 knobs, which are renowned for their hardness, in 1 minute. What are they? And finally, question 5. Retired Dr. Andrew Townsley recently faced the final question in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What was the answer to the following question? Which of these iconic races was held first? Le Mans 24 hours, the Monaco Grand Prix, Indy 500, or the Isle of Man TT? So that is the end of round 1. Give you a brief moment and then we will move on to round 2, which is cryptic film titles. Some of them are easy, some of them are a bit tenuous, but we'll see how we get on. Obviously, they're easy for me as I got the answers. Right, round 2. So people that haven't played the quiz before, this round is cryptic film titles. So as an example, if the clue was Highest Revolver, the film title that the clue alludes to is Top Gun. So the clue would be Highest Revolver, the film would be Top Gun. So for clue 1, what film relates to the following clue? Comparatively idiotic. Comparatively idiotic. Clue 2. Stupid tie. Stupid tie. Question 3. Genuine male performance. Genuine male performance. Clue 4. Celebrity battles. Clue 4 is celebrity battles. And finally, clue 5 is familiar lineup. Familiar lineup. Hefin, that's what you get for having a shoddy internet connection out in the sticks. Let me know which questions you missed and I'll repeat them. So just to go through those cryptic clues again for the films. Clue 1, comparatively idiotic. Clue 2, stupid tie. Clue 3, genuine male performance. Clue 4, celebrity battles. And clue 5, familiar lineup. Jonathan, the stupid tie is an item of clothing. All right, let me know if anyone wants any of those repeated. Otherwise, we'll move on to round 3. Hefin, what questions? Again, I know this is your first time, but do you want all of round 2 repeated again or all of round 1 repeat again? I'm not quite sure. Claire, I'm very tempted. So the clues for round 2, once again for Heffin's benefit. Clue 1, comparatively idiotic. Comparatively idiotic. Clue 2, stupid tie. Stupid tie. Clue 3, genuine male performance. Genuine male performance. Clue 4, celebrity battles. Celebrity battles. And clue 5 is familiar lineup. Familiar lineup. John, I've had to endure this chat for 20 years, so I've had to learn to be patient, unfortunately. Right, finally, we can move on to round 3. Right, round 3 is cookery. So, question 1. A fouet, a French fouet, is what type of cooking implement? So, a French fouet is what type of cooking implement? Question 2. In cooking measurements, how many teaspoons are there in a tablespoon? How many teaspoons are there in a tablespoon? Yep, the spelling of fouet is F-O-U-E-T. So probably fouet. Apologies for mispronunciation. So it's F-O-U-E-T. Question 3. What does MSG stand for? Question 3. What does MSG stand for? Question 4. Which type of pastry is used in eclairs? What type of pastry is used to make eclairs? And finally, question 5. Which cookery terms means to cut food into thin strips? Yes, tie, as in the thing that goes around your neck. Question 5 in cookery. Which cookery term means to cut food into thin strips? So that's all the questions for the cookery round. And let me know if you'd like any of those repeated. Question 1 in round 3. Question 1 in round 3. A French fouet, F-O-U-E-T, is what type of cooking implement? Question 2 in cookery. How many teaspoons are there in a tablespoon? Yes, Betsy, I know you would appreciate the red stripe. Right, let me know if you need anything repeated in cookery. Otherwise, we'll take a brief pause and we'll go into round 4, which I'll explain. Thomas, I think you'll be all right with that. Although, by the way, guys, if any of you, I know a lot of people have been having issues having to sort of reschedule things. If you have issues, so if any of you are having weddings or parties, Tom is a very good wedding DJ. So if you need his contact details, I can't recommend him highly enough. I'll pass them on. So if you need anyone to help you out and anything along those lines, let me know. But just for that, Tom, I'll just give you that question again. A French fouet is what type of cooking implement? Right. We'll move on to round 4. Round 4 is connections. So I'm going to give you 4 general knowledge questions. I mean, some of them are quite niche general knowledge. I won't lie, but they're 4 general knowledge questions. And then the 5th question is that there is a common link between the answers. So there's a connection between the answers. So there'll be 1 point each for each of the answers for questions 1 to 4. And for question 5, if you can get the connection, you can award yourself 6 points. John, sadly, I have 0 costumes left. So connections. First general knowledge question. In Katy Perry's California Girls, what 2 items did girls wear to make them unforgettable? So in Katy Perry's California Girls, what 2 items did the girls wear to make them unforgettable? Half a point for each. Question 2. Born Tyrone Lindo, by what name is British MC and rapper known who has his own chat show on Channel 4, which was first broadcast in 2018? So he was born Tyrone Lindo, but by what name is the British MC and rapper known who has his own chat show on Channel 4 that was first broadcast in 2018? Question 3 in connections. In which Simon and Garfunkel song did they declare, "When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all"? In which Simon and Garfunkel song did they declare, "When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all"? I have one for you. Which Welsh actress played Miss Trunchbull in Matilda, Aunt Marge in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and Miss Faulkner in Tolkien? So, which Welsh actress played Miss Trunchbull in Matilda, Aunt Marge in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and Mrs. Faulkner in Tolkien? Adrian, I did say they may be slightly niche general knowledge. And finally, question 5: what is the connection between the answers to the previous 4 questions? So you can have a punt at the connection. Just ask your dad, Heaven. So there is a common connection between the answers to the first 4 questions, and what is it? It makes it obviously easier if you've got all the answers, but I reckon you could have I think the connection's a lot easier than the questions themselves. So I reckon you should potentially be able to get the connection with just maybe 1 or 2 answers. Anyway, that is the end of the first round. So let me know if you need anything repeated. Otherwise, we'll take a brief break, refresh your glasses, take a convenience break. I'll play some music. I'll come back and we'll go through the answers to the first half. I was trying to work out what you were asking there, John. No, we'll leave Mr. T in his box. For 2, born Tyrone Lindo, by what name is the British MC and rapper known who has his own chat show on Channel 4 that was first broadcast in 2018? 4, 1 and 3. So 4, 1, Heffen, was in Katy Perry's California Girls. What 2 items did girls wear to make them unforgettable? Half a point for each. For 3, in which Simon and Garfunkel song did they declare, "When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all"? Right. I think no one needs anything else repeated, so I'll leave you with some music. I'll go and get myself another beer, and we'll reconvene in 5 minutes. So you've got 5 minutes. See you guys shortly. Neil, you and Claire are desperate to see that. That outfit is not coming out in this quiz at any stage. Heaven, I think you know the one they're talking about as well. Opposition will come your way, of the utter hypocrisy to the sweeter the victory. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want, but you must try, 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 try. You succeed at last. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want, but you must try, 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 try. You'll succeed at last. Don't you know it? Don't I show you? Don't you? Why should you try to be much taller than you are? Why should you try to hang your little and so far? You say you're right when you are wrong. Although you're weak, you believe you're strong. Why should you try to be much taller than you are? You are always telling people you are the best. But it's not so when they put you to the test. So come on, let's be fair and square. Take what is yours, but please leave my share. Why should you try to be much taller than you are? You will never reach the top like that, my friend. Though you think you're up, you'll fall down in the end. It's time you folks should realize and try to be a little size. Why should you try to be much taller than you are?
Nobody here knocking at my door. The sound of silence I can't take anymore. Nobody ringing my telephone now. Oh, how I miss such a beautiful sound. And I don't even know how I survive. I won't make it to the show without your love. No, I don't even know if I'm alive. Oh, without you now, this is what it feels like. Nothing to hold but the memories and frames. Oh, they remind me of the battle I face. Without your love, without you, I drown. Somebody save me, I'm going down. And I don't even know how I survive. I won't make it to the show without your love. No, I don't even know if I'm alive. Oh, without you now, this is what it feels like. Oh, without you now, this is what it feels like.
Yeah, this is the best I could do, unfortunately. Just plus it was a bit hot in a blazer and a black shirt, so switched to a Hawaiian shirt, and I found a sombrero, which I think is from Little Nan's in Deptford. So I think there's quite a lot of people on the tequila this evening on this playing this quiz. Claire, I'd completely forgotten about that. That has made me laugh. Yes, that was a quality evening. I've also got some Mexican beer. Hoddy and Charlie, I hope you enjoyed a bit of the EDM that I put on for you guys. All right, guys. Hopefully everyone's back. I'll give you some answers to the first half of the quiz. Right. Current affairs. Question 1. Whose new baby has been named XAEA-12? It's Elon Musk. Elon Musk has named his baby that. Apparently, it translates into Kevin. Florian Scheider has died at the age of 73. He is one of the founding members of which group? It was Kraftwerk. I think you may be right on that. I've just been corrected on that myself, so apologies. So it's a free point if you do remember the answer. Question 3. Which musician found himself in hospital after he managed to rip his gluteus maximus to shreds in a moment of over-enthusiastic gardening? It was Brian May. Yes, you can award yourself a bonus point if you put Grimes as well as Elon Musk. Question 4. Kate Scott was the winner of this year's Dorset knob eating contest, which was held online. She managed to gobble 8.5 knobs, which are renowned for their hardness, in 1 minute. What are they? They are savoury biscuits. And let's see if we could have won £1 million. Retired Dr. Andrew Townsley recently faced the final question in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What was the answer to the following question? Which of these iconic races was the first to be held? Le Mans 24 Hours, the Monaco Grand Prix, Indy 500, or the Isle of Man TT? It was D, the Isle of Man TT. Next, we've got the cryptic films. So question 1, comparatively idiotic is Dumb and Dumber. 2, stupid tie, Dumbo. Question 3, genuine male performance, Truman Show. Question 4, celebrity battles, that's of course Star Wars. And the one that I have done before, apologies, but said free bonus point for you. Familiar lineup, that's The Usual Suspects. So, round 3, cookery. What is a fouillée? It's a whisk. How many teaspoons? Question 2, how many teaspoons are there in a tablespoon? There are 3. Question 3, what does MSG stand for? It's monosodium glutamate. Question 4, what type of pastry is used in eclairs? It's choux. And finally, question 5, which cookery term means to cut into thin strips? Julienne. Question 2, the film was Dumb and Dumber. Right, connections. In Katy Perry's California Girls, for half point each, what were the 2 items that the girls wear to make them unforgettable? It was Daisy Dukes and Bikini on Top. Question 2, born Tyron Lindo, by what name is the British MC and rapper known who has his own chat show on Channel 4 that was first broadcast in 2018? It's Big Nasty. Question 3, in which Simon and Garfunkel song did they declare, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all? It was Bridge Over Troubled Water. Question 4, which Welsh actress played Miss Trunchbull in Matilda, Aunt Marge in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and Miss Faulkner in Tolkien? It was Pam Ferris. What's the connection between all of those for question 5 and a bonus number of points? It's wheels. So those are all your answers for the first round. Let me know if you missed any of those, if you need any clarification. Otherwise, we'll move on to the second half. Right, round 5. Round 5 is, the title is vowelless. So all the answers to the questions in this round do not contain vowels. So hopefully that will help you. So question 1, easy one to start off with. What is a name given to a stone chamber beneath the floor of a church or other building, usually containing coffins or religious relics? What name is given to a stone chamber beneath the floor of a church or other building, usually containing coffins or religious relics? Question 2. What is the surname of the film director who was behind The Elephant Man, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, and Blue Velvet? What is the surname of the director who's behind The Elephant Man, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, and Blue Velvet? Chris, it's vowelless. So all the answers to the questions do not contain any vowels. Question 3. What is the Welsh for valley? Question 3. What is the Welsh for valley? I didn't even know you were going to be playing today, Heffen. Question 4. What term is used by anthropologists to define members of any group where adult men are on average less than 150 centimeters? So, question 4. What term is used by some anthropologists to define a member of any group where adult men are on average less than 150 centimeters? Obviously have. Question 5, final question for this round. What is the name of a pre-arranged meeting between lovers at a specific time and place? What is the name of a pre-arranged meeting between lovers at a specific time and place? That's your lot for round 5, vowelless. Let me know if you need anything repeated. Five, 2. What was the surname of the director who was responsible for The Elephant Man, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, and Blue Velvet? 5. What is the name of a pre-arranged meeting between lovers at a specific time and place? Liam, I've just repeated it. Let me know if you need any more. Otherwise, we'll move on to round 6. Right, round 6. Round 6 is all to do with board games. So question 1. The phrase back to square one originates or is at least influenced by which board game? 5-4. What term is used by some anthropologists to define a member of any group where adult men are on average less than 150 centimeters? Round 6, question 1. The phrase back to square one originates or is at least influenced by which board game? Question 2. Which fast-talking description game is played on a circular board with 500 cards, a spinner, and a timer? Which fast-talking description game is played on a circular board with 500 cards, a spinner, and a timer? Question 3. Which 2 tiles are worth 8 points in Scrabble? Which 2 tiles are worth 8 points in Scrabble? Half a point for each. Question 4. Most of us have seen him, but who is Edgar Malloy? Most of us have seen him, but who is Edgar Malloy? Six, 4. Most of us have seen him, but who is Edgar Malloy? Finally, question 5 for board games. The name Jenga is derived from a word meaning build, but in which language? So the name Jenga is derived from a word meaning build in which language? Right, let me know if you need anything repeated, otherwise we'll move on to the wipeout round. Six, 2, Hev. Which fast-talking description game is played on a circular board with 500 cards, a spinner, and a timer? Right. Don't think anyone wants anything repeated. So we're going to move on to round 7, which is Wipeout. Now, lots of you played this, but I know there's a few people playing first time. The premise behind the Wipeout round is that you'll get 5 general knowledge questions. Sorry, I'll repeat the. So question 5. The name Jenga is derived from a word meaning build in which language? So round 7 is Wipeout. So I'm going to give you 5 general knowledge questions. They vary in difficulty. For each question you get right, you get 1 point. So say if you answer 3 questions correctly, you get 3 points. But say you answer 4 questions but only get 3 of them right, you get 0 points. So 1 incorrect answer wipes out your score for the entire round. So i.e., if you don't answer any questions, you don't get a point, but you don't lose any points. So you can leave a question blank. But if you choose to answer a question and that question is wrong, you then get 0 points for the entire round. Hopefully that's clear. So question 1. Who played the role of Jennifer Hart opposite Robert Wagner in the TV series Heart to Heart? So who played the role of Jennifer Hart opposite Robert Wagner in the TV series Heart to Heart? Question 2. On a weather map, what name is given to the line that joins places of equal pressure? Question 2. On a weather map, what name is given to the line that joins places of equal pressure? Question 3. Who wrote the script for the 1993 movie True Romance? So who wrote the script for the film True Romance? Question 4. Silkworms mainly feed on the leaves of which plants? Silkworms feed on the leaves of mainly feed on the leaves of which plants? And finally, question 5, because I know lots of you, especially Tom, have enjoyed these questions over the last couple of weeks. On average, what has a better top speed? A human or a hippo? So on average, what has a better top speed? A human or a hippo? Could you outrun a hippo? And that's your lot for Wipeout. So let me know if you need anything repeated and we'll move on to music. Hippo versus human is on land. That made me laugh, Liam. I'm not sure if that's you or Dahini, but neither one. Right, I'm just going to get myself another beer and then we'll start the music round. Doesn't look like anyone wants anything repeated. Three and four. So question 3 in Wipeout. Who wrote the script for the movie True Romance? Who wrote the script for the movie True Romance? And question 4. Silkworms mainly feed on the leaves of which plants? Silkworms feed on the leaves, mainly feed on the leaves of which plant? Right. We'll move on to music. And I think generally people want 10 music questions. Question 1. Who played the role of Jennifer Hart opposite Robert Wagner in the TV series Heart to Heart? So who played the role of Jennifer Hart in the series Heart to Heart? Right, what I'm going to do is play you the intros to a series of songs. You get 1 point for the song and 1 point for the artist. So there's a So there is 1 point for song and 1 point for artist. You'll get 10 songs. I'll play them through once. We'll have a pause and we'll play through again. Right. So this is song 1 in the music round. That isn't. This is. So here we go. Song 1, music round. Question 2. Question 3. Remember, I want the artist and the song. You'll hear the featuring first, or you'll see what I mean. Don't want the person that's featuring on this. It's the artist and the song.
Up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl. Show them it, girl. With a bang bang. Bounce with it, girl. Dance with it, girl. Get with it, girl. With a
Question 4. Question 5. Question 6. Question 7. Question 8. Question 9.
To keep my hands up.
And finally, an easy one to end. Question 10.
Na 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 na.
Right, I'll take a brief pause and we'll play those through again, 1 to 10. Hopefully they're a good mix and not too slanted to just one genre or one era. Right, starting from the top again. Yes, Poddy, you're going to get them all again, mate. So, starting from the top again. Question 1. Question 2. Question 3.
Up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl. Show them it, girl. With a bang bang. Bounce with it, girl. Dance with it, girl. Get with it, girl.
Question 4. Question 5. Question 6. Question 7. Question 8. Question 9. And finally, question 10.
Na 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 na.
And that's your lot. I know, obviously, sometimes the sound doesn't translate too well, and people have rubbish internet connections, and there's buffering, etc. So if you need something repeated in particular, I will, but I won't be playing those through all again. So let me know if you need anything in particular. Otherwise, finalize your answers. We'll take a brief break, and then we will come back and I'll give you the answers. That's some fighting talk there. Number 6. There you go. That was number 6. Yes, Tahini, you are very good at this. We need to team up for a proper quiz. I think someone asked a question earlier, will I be wearing outfits when I run the quiz at the Vanbrugh? Well, seeing as I've worn all the outfits that I possess, unless I acquire some, I think I'll be dressed normally, and I normally come straight from work, so it may be a bit difficult. But maybe as a one-off special, when the first one we do, I will try and line up some costume changes. It will be good to see everyone that plays virtually, to get you down to the pub to see you in real life. Yes, Neil, perhaps not all of them again. I forgot having you, Hev, and Claire on this would lead to this issue. But yeah, it would be good to have you, see you all in real life, and actually interact with you rather than over live chat. Right, guys, doesn't seem like anyone wants anything, so feel free to go and take a quick convenience break, top up your drinks, and we'll come back in about 3 to 5 minutes and we'll run through the answers. See you shortly. I will leave you with some music. Right, guys, yep, 3 to 5 minutes and we'll reconvene and we'll go through the answers. We'll come down for the weekend, Hev.
So you want to be free, live your life the way you wanna be. Will live. Solitary sister. Is there still a part of you that wants to give? Solitary brother. Is there still a part of you that wants to live? Solitary sister. Is there still a part of you that wants to give? If we try and live your life the way you wanna, yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back. Let's go through some answers. Right. We will start round 5, vowelless. So, what name is given to a stone chamber beneath the floor of a church or other building, usually containing coffins or religious relics? It's a crypt. Question 2. What was the surname of the film director who was behind films such as The Elephant Man, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, and Blue Velvet? It was Lynch, David Lynch. Question 3. What is the Welsh for a valley? It's Coombe. Spelt C-W-M. Hefin, you can tell me if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. 4. What term is used by some anthropologists to define a member of any group where adult men are on average less than 150 centimeters? It's pygmy. And finally, for this round, question 5. What is the name of a prearranged meeting between lovers at a specific time and place? It's a tryst. Moving on to board games. The phrase back to square one originates or is at least influenced by which board game? It's Snakes and Ladders. Question 2. Which fast-talking description game is played on a circular board with 500 cards, a spinner and timer? It's Articulate. Question 3. Which 2 tiles are worth 8 points in Scrabble, half a point for each? It's J and X. Question 4. Most of us have seen him, but who's Edgar Mallory? He's the policeman in Monopoly. And in case you're wondering, the guy that's in the jail, I think that's Jake the Jailbird. Question 5. The name Jenga is derived from the word meaning build in which language? It's Swahili. Round 7, which is a wipeout round. So if you did answer any of these and it's wrong, you get 0 points for the entire round. So who played the role of Jennifer Hart in the series Heart to Heart? It was Stephanie Powers. 46-4. So most of us have seen him, but who is Edgar Mallory? He is the policeman in Monopoly. Wipeout, round 7, question 2. On a weather map, what name is given to the line that joins places of equal pressure? It's an isobar. Who wrote Who wrote the script for the 1993 movie True Romance? It's his first ever film he wrote. It's Quentin Tarantino. Question 4. Silkworms mainly feed on leaves of which plants? Mulberry. And on average, what has a better top speed, a human or a hippo? So do you think you could outrun a hippo? What do you think? This one, I tried to trick you slightly, but again, I've just been looking at these facts and it's amazed me. You couldn't outrun a hippo. If a hippo charged at you full pace, they're faster than humans. Apparently, they're linked to well, genetically they're linked to horses. So they're pretty quick in water, but out of water they are, for something that weighs 3.5 tons. It's very quick, so you couldn't outrun a hippo. Right, we'll go on to the music round. So, song 1. It's, of course, Tiny Dancer by Elton John. Wait for it to kick in.
Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band, pretty eye.
Question 2. It's this band's second most famous song. It's Toto with Hold the Line. Neil, actually, that probably what's 1 week I'll just do an entire music round based on the karaoke songs we sang in the Big Echo. Question 3.
Up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl. Show them it, girl. With a bang bang. Bounce with it, girl. Dance with it, girl.
This is Cheap Thrills by Sia, featuring Sean Paul. Questionable, yeah. Is it Rosanna or is it Hold the Line? I prefer Hold the Line, but that's one for debate. But anyway, question 3, that was Cheap Thrills by Sia, featuring Sean Paul. Question 4. No points for just Sean Paul, because I said I knew he would sing very early in that song, so it's a song and artist. Question 4. This is Starlight by Muse. Question 5. Recently released by Kygo featuring Whitney Houston, but this is High Love, sung by Steve Winwood. Question 6, pretty easy one, hopefully. Good old Dolly Parton with 9 to 5.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump on
Question 7. Two Princes by the Spin Doctors. Question 8. Classic from, I think, probably around 98, 99. Music Sounds Better With You by Stardust. Question 9. Slightly difficult. I'm sure you all recognise it, but songs Feel It Still. The artist is Portugal The Man. So Feel It Still by Portugal The Man. And hopefully an easy one to end with. Here Comes the Hot Stepper, Ini Kamosi. And that's your lot for the quiz. Yes, Neil, it's 1 point for the song, 1 point for the artist.
No, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone press will hear the fat lady sing. Act like you know, recall. I know what whoa, don't know. Touch them up and go. Oh.
Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought, if it was a bit too difficult or it was a bit too easy. Whether you prefer it with I think most people prefer it with a 10. There's Ini Kamosi, Here Come the Hot Stepper, Poddy. Good work, Sarah. Good work, Matt. Indie playing on your own, good work. I think everyone prefers a 10 music question. I think it's maybe slightly easy for people who do like the music, but if you think it's at the right level, let me know. Some good scores. Congratulations, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Get you ready for the... Hopefully that sets you up for the bank holiday weekend. Yeah, because it's a virtual quiz. I've got rid of them for now. Good work, Claire. See you later, Indran. Good work, Simon. Sorry, Bridget. Good work, Jonathan. Cheers, Matt. Good to have you on board again. Matt, I'll give you, maybe we'll have a catch up on the last dance at some point soon. Cheers, Neil. Thanks for having you on board. I don't know if you're playing with a family, but say hi and all my love to the wife and kids as well. Cheers, Nickel Banks. Cheers, Liam and Dahini. I'm not sure if Kate was there as well. Oh, there we go. Next time, maybe I'll stick some... Jane, now that I know you're regular players, I'll put some S-Club in for you. Good work, Tom. 39, good score. Simon, see you next week. Thanks for taking part again. Cheers, Flooders. Thanks, Nigel. Thanks, Charlie. Good to have you on board. See you soon, guys. Right, guys, I'll probably cut that off there shortly. Thanks for everyone for taking part. Thanks for continuing to take part. Hopefully you're still enjoying it. It seems to have been going on forever. Right. Good night, guys, and I'll see you next week. Take care and enjoy your bank holidays.